I came and spoke a while back, and the PUD has funding to build to fiber optic cable to most of Marrowstone Island. We are delayed on that project. I'm sorry to say, we were first delayed by the federal government. Now we're a little delayed on getting our first project in Quilcene up and running. We started construction down there, but we have 1,000 folks to hook up by the end of next year. That's going to be our priority. We're hoping we can begin construction on the project that Marrowstone is part of called Jefferson North later in 2024 and have it completed in early 2025. We have a lot of people signed up. The fiber installation to the home is at no charge to the first 60% of signups, and I think for the Jefferson North area we're at 55%. So if anybody hasn't signed up or is on the fence, try to get in that line, because afterwards, if you come in late, you'll have to pay $750 to have the fiber installed to the home. It's easy to do. You just go to the website, jeffpud.org. There'll be a broadband tab, and you click it, and it'll say fiber sign up. Any questions about that program? Okay, go ahead.
I have just a quick question.
Yep.
So, is the plan to bring fiber to the street and then, or right to somebody's house?
Right into your home.
No matter how far you are from the road?
There is a caveat of 1,000 foot for no charge installation. Beyond 1,000 foot, it'll depend on the conditions. If it's very easy to go another even 100 feet, we may not charge. If we have to bore under concrete, or if we have to go through forests and around trees or around septic systems, might be a different story. Janet, I think.
If you click on sign up, do you have a choice of sign up for the free service or sign up for the not free service? I mean, are you obligated if the free service goes away that now you've signed up for the pay service?
You're not obligated either
Okay,
way.
okay.
Yeah. We will confirm when we do the final, because we'll be building past the street first, and then we'll building afterwards from the street to the home. So if at that point, while we're building from the street to the home, you don't want to have it installed, you're not obligated. You won't have any money involved into it at that point.
So my driveway is 1,500 feet long. How do you get the wire down?
It depends on how the driveway is. If it's a gravel driveway, the contractor will use a trenching machine.
Oh, really?
It's actually kind of a plow. It pushes through a narrow channel, and then the conduit and the fiber goes in there about 20 inches down, I think.
How much?
Yep. So it's easy to cover back up. So that won't be difficult. It's more the over the hills and through the woods that's going to be challenging, or pavement, or rocks, big rocks.
I think in an earlier presentation it was free to hook you up if you weren't on a road that already had cable on it.
So around the county, if you have cable service to the home, like a Stound cable, I think it's the only one we have, then we're not able to cover those areas. It's only to places that just have DSL that goes to the home. So that's what we're looking at. Unfortunately, a few years ago, CenturyLink got federal money to install fiber along Flagler Road. So right along Flagler Road, we're not able to do a free installation. We'll have to have a copay on that one. So on the map, you can see that little strip.
But it's $750.
It's $750, yeah. And you can do it in installments of $20, I think $25 a month if you want to.
And is it on the website how you're going to approach the island? You know, everybody at once, east, west, center?
No, we don't know yet. We're still in the engineering phase, so we'll have those plans later next year. Gary?
Can you talk a little bit about the service that we provided?
Yeah, we have some, we'll also providing service. The first step is getting fiber to the home, and then we'll be installing, there's a couple options. Because this is publicly funded, you can either get the service from the monthly service from the PUD, or also you can have it from existing local providers. So there'll be options. If you get it from the PUD, we install your Wi-Fi in the home, and then you just pay us on your PUD bill. And there'll be other options from other providers. I think the beginning service is $65 a month from the PUD, and that's for 150 megabits per second by 150 megabits per second. And for a gig service, it's $75 a month. And then we'll have some other options if you want to have video cameras everywhere and 4K televisions on every floor as well. But we're not going to supply the televisions. Go ahead.
Has the law changed? I thought originally PUDs or public entities couldn't be the service provider.
Correct. The law changed in 2021, so allowing us to be the provider as well.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think you may be the only PUD in the state that's actually doing that, aren't you?
So far, we're the only one to be doing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the website is,
jeffpud.org.
okay.
And that's where you find all of our outage information or any other information that you need as well.
And if you do live on the Flagler corridor, should you sign up through the jeffpud.org or else?
If you want to, yeah, we have a bunch of folks that have signed up we're calling those the adjacent areas.
Okay.
When you go and do the sign up, it'll tell you exactly what part you're in. And you'll be able to see the different colors. Orange is the Jefferson North area that's funded. Yellow is where you'll have to have a copay.
On the south end of the island, a few years ago, Marrowstone Wireless ran an actual fiber optic cable for some of us, and we have it to the home right now. Marrowstone sold that to North Olympic Peninsula Data Services, I believe. So
Yep.
how is that whole system then going to interface with the PUD? Is that going to continue to be entirely independent? Are you going to take over the management of that and let them be the provider? What's the interface there, if any?
So right now we have fiber that comes from the PUD all along Indian Island to the base of Marrowstone Island there. That's where Marrowstone Wireless and now North Olympic Data Center connected to that fiber to provide the service that they have on the island. So they own the fiber that they've installed, and they'll continue to own that fiber, and we'll just continue to support them in any way we can. So we're offering a service, they'll be offering a service, and it'll be up to the residents on which one they want to use. And they also, when I talked about you can choose between who you want to provide the monthly service, so whether or not it's our fiber or their fiber, they have the option of providing the service either way. Other questions?
Just one more clarification there.
Sure.
So Marrowstone Wireless does have that fiber cable on the south end of the island. So you're going to have your own independent fiber cable going adjacent to their cable up to that side of the island too?
Possibly, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or possibly use their cable then? Is that the other option?
No, we wouldn't use their cable. We would be putting in new cable.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he has a second.
Bill,
Yeah, go ahead.
is your cable gonna be on poles, aerial or underground?
So it will follow the power service. So where the power is underground, it'll be underground, and where the power is above, it'll be above. And if there's a default, it'll go underground. I don't know if that was more confusing. Is there a way that I'm supposed to?
No, I think the batteries are dying.
Oh, okay, all right.
No offense to you.
And no, I was just trying to find the exact right angle, that's all. Now it looks like I'm gonna eat it. Go ahead, Gary.
Is there anything else besides broadband that the PUD's doing?
Oh gosh, we're doing a lot right now. I'm trying to think of what else we're doing. We're replacing all the meters. Yep, we have about 10,000 of the county's 20,000 meters now replaced with a digital meter that sends its signal back to the PUD. That alerts us ahead of time when we have the full system in. It alerts us ahead of time when outages occur, and we'll know exactly where they are. It'll also allow us to be able to turn off the meter remotely in case of fire. It allows us to be able to, for folks who struggle with paying their bills right now, when we shut off a meter, we have to send somebody out there to turn off their power. And when they pay their bill and they pay the activation fee, We have to go back out there and turn that back on. Those all result in fees to the customers. A lot of times, the folks who don't have money to begin with the remote shut off, we don't have to charge those fees. We can also allow people to pay ahead of time, and so that allows them to better manage their budget for their electricity use. We've had a lot of, last year we had a record amount of rebates for home efficiency improvements. We have put in so many, help customers put in so many heat pumps in the last few years. I'm trying to get up to speed on the new tax rebates that will be coming forward as part of the Inflation Reduction Act, the IRA Act. There's going to be a lot of new possibilities for installing energy efficiency improvements in the home. We'll keep updating that way. Other big projects that we're doing right now, I feel like we're just doing big projects all over.
And of course, we're heading into winter season and storms and things like that. So anything that other than the way we always deal with it, just go on the website and find out what's going on? Or?
The website is the best way. We've been doing more. It took a while to figure out how to do regular updates on Nextdoor, but I don't know if folks have seen. We're updating on Nextdoor more often about outages and events that are happening. With the weirdness that happened on Twitter, we had a automatic update in the past that went right to our website. All of those extra features were broken. We're not updating Twitter very much anymore. We've more focused our efforts on Nextdoor and Facebook, where most of our users were. I think on Pete, your sign in there of go to the PUD's Twitter site, go to Nextdoor or Facebook, or the best way is just go to the home page. And we're always looking for feedback on how we can better keep folks up to date. But
Well, you have an app too, and is that updated as quickly as Facebook?
it is, yeah. The app has an automatic map that is updated to show where outages are, but they're generalized, so you can't see a specific area or streets or things like that. As we get our meter change out complete, we're hoping actually to be able to do text alerts in the future for folks that want to have an opt-in, so you'll be texted when the power goes out and then when it goes back on, in case you're away from home, so you know what's happened. But that'll probably be late next year.
Any other questions for Will? So there's one thing, just remind everybody that Will is a neighbor on the island, and because of that, we know he'll give us a priority over anything else.
Yeah, and I have to pay for the upgrade too, so I'm.
Thanks, Will.